Yo, bingers, thanks for clicking, and welcome to not the new and improved, but the indistinguishable and interchangeable Back Issue Binge Volume 2. Today we're checking out from September of 1977, DC's Weird War Tales, number 55. We got a Joe Kubert cover here. We're going to be reading the first story that's featured here on the cover, The Abominable Weapon. The story is written by Arnold Drake, who is the creator of Dead Man and the Doom Patrol and Guardians of the Galaxy. And the art is by Bill Drott, which is a gentleman who was born back in 1921. He worked from the 40s to the 70s on stuff like the Harvey's comics. He also worked with Simon and Kirby at a place called Crestwood Publications, and he was one of the character designers for the G.I. Joe's Sunbow cartoon. And I looked all this up on the internet. I'm not pretending like I know any of this stuff. But here we go. You had some time to drink in this Joe Kubert cover. Let's open this up over here. Oh, look. We got Hostess, cupcakes, and Twinkies. Tell them about the Twinkie, Ray. And then we got that art there. Here, I got a button here. I can zoom in. Since time began, war has steadily grown more deadly. Every generation getting new weapons to play with, new toys to which to take life. Will this be the generation that discovers the ultimate weapon that will turn war into total chaos? Only I know, for I am death, and you are only pawns in my weird war. Join me now and watch what happens to those who attract my interest. And you take some time to drink in this room here. You got everything from ancient tomahawks and hatchets and swords and crossbows and more axes, and we got like Viking helmet and maces, and then back here we got a tank and rockets and bombs. Here in this nice cabinet, I think this is supposed to be a M16, a German Luger, a Thompson machine gun, Dirty Harry handgun, some futuristic space rays, a machine gun. Take some time to read that there. All right. The Abominable Weapon. For the World War II Allies, the only safe supply route to China was over the treacherous Himalayan hump, but the Japanese were determined to choke that pipeline, and the strangler they handpicked was Colonel Mitsubu Sawaka. Story by Arnold Drake, art by Bill Drott. Observe, Honorable Colonel, says the scout. Marks of an unknown creature, very big, very heavy. I think it is the Yeti. The local wild tales of an abominable snowman do not interest me, Matako, says the colonel. We are in this land illegally searching for a U.S. plane crew. We must find them and leave. The American plane holds a new radio navigation system. We must reach them before the crew thinks to destroy this radar, they call it. Kaboom! We are too late, Colonel. That does it, Red. Our shelter's gone with the plane. Now we've got no choice now. Push on to the nearest town and hope they're on our side. You hope? I've got a big fat message for you, Red. It is now time for prayer. And perhaps 15 miles behind the GI flyers. See, Colonel? The marks are too deep for a bear. The Yeti is close by. This does not concern me, Batako, says the colonel. We only have one task. Find the American flyers. The radio navigation equipment is gone, but the total knowledge of it is in their heads. Such information will bring me much glory. A sudden staccato cry cracks through the frozen air. Colonel, look there, coming from behind that boulder. It's... This is a 5-star cliffhanger for a page turn. There it is. Shoot, all of you. Kill it. No. Do not shoot. Capture it. Who kills that thing will die at my own hands. The colonel is not known as a man who exaggerates, and so all his troops undertake the capture. He bit me! The beast bit me! It came to me, swift as lightning, this Yeti. He is the best hunter of all, with animal senses, but a brain more like men. He will hunt the Yankees down for us. I got it out. With swift efficiency, the colonel's troops occupy the nearest town. In the name of the Emperor's movement for Asian co-prosperity, we are here to protect your peaceful village against the American air pirates. To best protect you, the name and house location of every villager must be on the colonel's desk by 5 o'clock. Also, the colonel will see your mayor at once. And these 3 volunteers, what are they for, Colonel? To assist us in driving the big noses out of Asia. The Western time is over. The sun rises in the east forever. Then they are to be soldiers like yourselves? Soldiers? Yes, of course, soldiers like ourselves. The villager's prison becomes the snowman's home. Good morning, Captain. We shall begin our special training program at once. Moments later, the uniform belonged to the first American flyer I captured. He donated his watch, pen, and carton of cigarettes to me also. Watch, Captain, you are about to receive a lesson in Pavlovian reflex psychology. Whack, crack, rah, whack. See, Yeti, me bad, me American, wear American clothing. American hurt, Yeti. The scientific training continues for several days until, yes, you see, all free to go. You are all free to go. The American clothing is all we have for you. So sorry. Here is some money for your efforts. Leave the village at once. Very generous offering. We thank you, Colonel, deeply. Go, Yeti. This is your first test. Hunt down the Americans who are 2 hours ahead of you. Kill the Yanks. Snowman. The keen animal's sense of the Yeti leads him to each in swift succession. That night the Yeti returns bearing the skins of his kills. Good, you are now a most excellent killer of Americans. Soon you will hunt the real thing. Colonel, danger! Danger! I scratched my throat with all that growling, Americans sighted within the village limits. Pant. In hiding now. Puff. Sooner than I thought, but we are ready for them, thanks to Dr. Pavlov and the Yeti. The Yeti is released, and Matako leads it to the area in question. The Yeti will seek out the Americans. They will be taken alive. My troops have orders to kill him if the Yeti attacks the GIs. Good evening, Colonel. Do you speak English? The Colonel's gun is out of its holster in a flash, but in American hands. Is that your beast out there? You trained him to kill GIs, didn't you? How did you realize this? We stumbled on one of his victims, a Naples in GI uniform. The rest we figured out. They figured out a lot. What you do with me? What? As if in reply, the major begins removing his clothes. Wait, why you take off jacket? You're a smart man, Colonel. Surely you can figure out the rest. No, I not put it on. You've got no choice, Colonel. Hop to it or else. No, stop. Let me be. Do not send me out there, no. No, wait, it's me, your teacher. Don't you see? Yeah. Stay away from Pavlovian reflex psychology, soldier, or the Yeti may get to you too. The end. It's a very specific lesson there in this comic warning about war. And then we have an ad from the sport a boy grows up with, shooting a daisy. I know why Ken likes to shoot Daisy BB guns with me. He's a better shot than I am, and I like shooting him. With him, simply because it gives him an opportunity to spend some time together. Sometimes we'll set up targets down in the basement, or else we'll get out in the backyard by ourselves, plinking away and talking. I found a terrific way for a father and son to get to know each other better. At the same time, I think it's helping Ken develop a sense of responsibility as well as confidence in himself through his own achievements, and that's important at any age. Son, former Baltimore Colts quarterback Johnny Unitas and his son Ken. Look, you can get the Daisy. Oh, shit, I bumped the thing. Sorry. You can get the Daisy 1938 Red Ryder. It's like the BB gun Dad had. Hardwood stock, front and rear sights, steel barrel and receiver, lever action. You can get the Daisy 99 Champion, choice of BB gun champions. It's got hardwood stock, forearm, front, rear sights, steel barrel and receiver, and it's lever action. You get the Daisy 102 Club, BB gun for beginners. Hardwood stock, front, rear sight, steel barrel, receiver, forearm, lever action. Daisy, growing up with the American boys since 1886. All right, everybody. There is another story in here. What's that called? A rebel shall rise from the graves. Let me know in the comments if you want to hear from that one. There's cover in there when we had to host this one. Is there a cool ad on the back sometimes? Come see us at SeaWorld. That would be wicked. Let's go to SeaWorld and go see Batman water ski with Shamu. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. And until next time, I'll see you in the back issues.